Hi, and welcome back to my journey. Today is July 11th, 2019, which is World Benzodiazepine Awareness Day. I have said for a couple of years now that I was going to make a video on this day, and I haven't. Haven't really felt up to it, and didn't really know what to say. I know this day is really just to bring awareness. It's Heather Ashton's birthday, who is responsible for the Ashton Manual that all of us, or I would say most of us, use, or at least use as a reference point on how to taper off of benzodiazepines successfully and a little more easily, I guess. Like I said, I guess today is her birthday, so that's the commemoration of that day. Over the years, this will be the third year that I've been aware of it, but I think it's the fourth year they've been celebrating it. Yeah, I can't believe it's been that long. I am still tapering. I will be tapering when it comes around next year again, at least at the rate I'm going at the moment. But that's okay. In the time that I've been doing this, unfortunately, there's some people this year that are no longer with us from last year. And I think that's the reason why I feel still compelled to make videos, and it's one, to raise awareness for those who are going through this, and for those who are no longer going through this because they decided that they couldn't do it anymore. Because I think a lot of that is because people feel alone, and there's so many of us out there that are going through something like this. What I also want to say, getting completely maybe off topic, is for those of us going through it, it's not anything that we can describe to anybody else, not and have them fully understand. And in that vein, again, like I said, it's very lonely. And like myself, I'm basically homebound. I've had some windows lately where I've been able to at least be outside a little bit more, which has been good. But as far as driving a car, being in public spaces like that, I haven't been able to do that now for a couple of years. So, and again, wish I could explain to people why that is. I'm not even sure myself completely, other than I know I have a brain injury or central nervous system injury of some kind that was caused by benzodiazepines. And I just want to continue to get that awareness out there, because there's people that I know personally, someone that I haven't met personally, but I've talked to through technology, whether it be through Messenger, whether it be just, going back and forth with messages. But they're all fantastic people. And that's the one thing that this drug and this issue is not a discriminator of people, for sure. We're not addicts. I think that's important, that the addiction, or our body is dependent on them, for sure. Our GABA receptors have been downregulated, which is completely kind of napalmed our entire central nervous system. But I don't get any highs, never did. Took as prescribed by my doctor. Doctor is plural. I don't know where really to add to this. I've watched a lot of videos on people talking about it, and I'm not going to say anything that anybody else really isn't going to say. What I will say, though, is we don't have a death sentence. That I want to get out there. I want to convey that I don't have cancer. I haven't been told I'm going to die. It's lonely, and it's going to take a while for me to get through this, but I will, and so will you. And I'm going to a lot right now because my brain, that's the other thing with this, is I consider myself to be a fairly articulate and smart person, but right now my brain it's mush at the moment, which may be why I'm in a window, because I really kind of, as the name of my channel, Learning to Let Go, I've kind of let go of everything. Let go of kind of whatever I do in a day. And I've actually found that I've gotten more done being more in that vein of just, it's not that I don't care, it's just that I know the only thing that's going to heal this is time and me continuing to taper. Eating well, drinking lots of water, all the things that we know we need to do, or at least things that I wasn't doing before I was on medication. But for me, I guess my story too is 30 years. It's been over 30 years now, and that's including the taper time that I've been on these medications. It wasn't until about 5 or 6 years ago that I realized that these medications were the problem. Now, people will argue that, well, I had anxiety before. Yes, I did. And there's things now that I see that I could have done, and I'm doing now, changing my diet, and a lot of other things that would have remedied that. Because now the anxiety that I have and have had for most of my life, I realize was probably magnified by a factor of 10 because of these medications, because of interdose withdrawal, and just because of what it does to our central nervous systems. Anyway, I'm not really sure what else to say about it. Like I said, I wanted to make a video on this day. I want to bring awareness. I want to continue to do that. As far as the regular videos that I do, as regularly as I can, I'm still coming down. I can post somewhere in the description where I'm at right now. And I am actually doing a dry micro taper. I've done liquid titration as well. I've got videos on those if you're interested in them. I will probably, when I get a little bit lower, I may go back to water or liquid of some kind. We'll just see how that plays out, because cutting a 2 milligram pill all the way to the end and juggling them between 3 doses is getting to be a little bit kind of hectic on my body, especially as I'm getting lower. But that's a good thing, because now I'm like 17 point something, so I'll be in the 16s here soon. So it's coming down. Started at 48 when I crossed over to Valium. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. I want to let, yes, I'm bouncing because I'm on an exercise ball. My back hurts. Anyway, to all of you out there that are going through this, hang in there. You're going to get through this. This isn't a death sentence. It may feel like it that from a lot of the time for a lot of people. And also for those of you that maybe are seeing this for the first time just because you're interested. Also, the horror stories that you hear, it doesn't have to be you. Everyone's different. I mean, completely. It may affect you more. It may affect you to where you don't even notice. You could come off very quickly and be fine. So keep that in mind. Every one of us are different. So what my story is, what other people's stories are, doesn't mean that's what yours is going to be. Anyway, that's it. Thank you.